All right, so we're ready to install the extensions onto our adjustable splitter. In the package, you'll receive the standard end piece, if you will, a 1-inch extension off of that, 2-inch extension off of that, and a 3-inch extension off of that. The tools that we'll need in order to do this will be just a simple 2x4 block of wood, a hammer of your choosing. This is kind of ridiculously oversized, a little cartoonish, but something soft face like a rubber mallet or a plastic dead blow like this, a 2.5mm Allen key or socket to install the single bolt that's going to retain the extension, a punch with a relatively wide face. Essentially, we're going to use this for removal, and you want it to match the contour of the fingers on the extension pieces itself. 1/4-inch ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, it doesn't really matter, whatever your preference is, and that's going to be a 7mm to tighten the nylock nut. Here is the hardware you'll receive in the kit. You'll have one M4 fender washer or large diameter fender washer. You'll have one standard diameter fender washer, a nylock nut, and a 12mm bolt. Okay, so to install the new style extensions on your brand new adjustable front splitter, it's going to be pretty simple. You just want to take these puzzle piece shaped fingers, make sure you've got the right side. You can see that the inside and outside, obviously the inside has a shoulder, the outside doesn't, and obviously on the splitter there's a corresponding either groove or shoulder, so just make sure you're putting it on the right side. Another good way to recognize it is if you lay these over each other, you can see the countersink that we're going to have there for the hardware we're installing. But basically we're going to simply line up the fingers, maybe give it a little press. It's going to be tight. It may not do this. Don't worry about it. It's meant to be tight. We don't want it coming off. But we'll start it like this, and you're simply just going to take your hammer and tap it into place. So you're going to take the large diameter M4 washer and the 12mm M4 bolt, push it through the hole on the top of the splitter, and we're going to start the nut and tighten. Okay, so we have the standard extension piece installed on here already. If you need to remove that in favor of any of the either extensions that you receive in the kit to trim out the front downforce, if you need a little bit more for any number of reasons that you might have, I'm going to show you how to remove that in the best way I can figure possible. Pretty easy on that front as well. We're going to do the reverse of the install. So first thing you want to do is grab this trusty 2x4 that we showed you at the beginning of the video. Basically what you want to do with the 2x4 is line up the edge with the edge of the fingers on the extension piece. Here is the punch that I was talking about earlier. You want the anything with a face wide enough to sit on the finger itself. You want it wide enough so that if it does make any kind of a dent or something inside of the material, it's not too noticeable. But also the wider face is going to spread that load out enough so that it doesn't want to do that as much. So you're just going to line it up with one of the fingers, give it a tap, wait till you see some progress here, and then you're just going to kind of walk it down the line. Go back to the other side, and what we're doing is essentially just tapping this out as even as possible, but that's basically it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email us at sales@verusengineering.com, and until then, see you next time.